What it do, Freckle Crew? It's your boy, Mr. Freckles. Here we are getting started with States of Cinema, and we are doing The Founder. Now, this movie, one of my big brothers suggested it years ago. I think it was something about the cover, just the fact that it was McDonald's movie. I don't know, something about Michael Keaton. Not that I don't love or enjoy Michael Keaton, but I should have known. My big brother, he's put me onto some bangers. Put me on to Black Sheep. Put me on to Tommy Boy, The Pest. So empirically, maybe not the most tasteful movies, but if you enjoy those sort of buddy slapstick silly comedies, um, and not that this is up that alley. Actually, this is actually quite tasteful, but it still has. I can see through clips on YouTube, just through the years, um, why my brother would suggest this. You know, it's kind of like right up my alley, and it's perfectly fitting for States of Cinema. You know, just with the whole Americana vibe. You know, it's in the '60s, I think, or '50s, or transcends those eras. It's about McDonald's, what can be more America than Mickey D's, right? And I just look forward to watching it. I already know a bit about it. YouTube with its algorithm has given me a few, I think, essential clips that I've already seen. A few scenes I've seen. Makes me think of that old board game. Have you seen it? Anyway, so I do expect to have seen parts of this. Hopefully not too much. I've stayed away from the very ending, but I think I know some of the backstory just because it's kind of like corporate history, and it's just kind of like history. It's American history at this point, so you know a little tiny bit about the outcome, but not so much that it should affect my enjoyment of this fictionalized dramatization, right? So I'm done rambling. The Founder, and really, you know, it's to commemorate, since I mentioned, you know, my big brother put me onto it. It is his birthday recently, like yesterday, technically. So, you know, happy birthday, big bro. This one's for you. Let's get it.
Feels with Mr. Freckles. 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 Feels with Mr. Freckles. Freckles.
See, now, I think the beginning is something I've already kind of seen. I mean, we're still in the opening credits, the Combine, based on a true story. Partly, I guess, right? But I think this is where he makes a sales pitch. Yep. Make sure you don't have the multi-mixer. I like his faces. That's why he's a good Bruce Wayne. It's because he's got good, like, you know, likable, charming guy faces, you know. I'm a big, you know, this might be a hot take for some, but I'm a big Christian Bale as the GOAT Batman. But Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton, he's a good sound. I remember hearing this, like watching this on YouTube, thinking, man, it'd be hard to kind of stay focused on. No, he's a salesman. He's selling you. He's selling you. But then this guy, I remember his reaction. Eh, nah, he looks like Colonel Sanders. Nah, thanks anyways. Dang, that thing looks heavy. Heavy AF. That's a heavy brother, and he's got to put it in the brief, bro. You already got a trunk. You ain't got to put it in another trunk inside the trunk. So redundant. Then again, I did put. I'm over here talking about don't put it in the trunk inside the trunk, and I remember just the other day I put a bunch of folders inside a bigger folder. Sometimes it is what it is. See, but I didn't see the rest of this, and this gives me a better glimpse into something that happens later in the movie that I have seen in the clips about how they talk about what it's like in the drive-ins, the riff-raff and all that. I'm sorry, we're really busy today. And that's after he said, no, I don't need the 5-spindle shake maker. The second pitch I've also seen. I guess they cut down the dining time. Didn't even say no, just completely blew him off. I love the vibe. I wonder how much of it was really like this. You know, the greasers, you know, the sort of riffraff. I ordered the barbecue beef. And she brought him what? Mashed potatoes and chicken. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I'd be like, this isn't what I ordered, but it's still pretty good. I don't think I care. Like yesterday, I got the wrong order at Chick-fil-A. I ordered a regular Chick-fil-A Deluxe, and I got the grilled chicken one with bacon. I'm like, I mean, who's complaining? Man, traveling salesman. Not for me. I thought about it because I heard if you're like charming or whatever, if you can win people over, you can make pretty good money. But I don't know, just this motel rooms and stuff. Eh. Oh, but he travels with his own record and stuff. Okay, I thought that was like a amenity of the motel, but I guess it's his personal collection. It's crazy how all these like audiobooks and stuff like that have existed for a while, just in vinyl. One thinks of vinyl stuff as like just music, but yeah, you had like stuff like this. Oh, there. He just left it on. Oh, and he has it on like 8-track, I presume, if he's still in the car, unless it's a cassette. Or maybe it just kept playing from the last scene. Damn, just shut the door in his face. Oh, but that place is run down. Looks like black folk. I guess it's like on the west side of town. Old cars. Older for this generation. Man, so it's been like that forever, huh? I think I've seen this scene also on YouTube. Man, YouTube is spoiling it, eh? It looks really good for. I was gonna say like 10 years ago, but that's still pretty recent. It has the kind of MCU lack of shading, but there's so like such a different color palette between shots or between scenes that or locations is the word I was looking for. So you got the brown and yellow with the blue and green here, and then in the next scene it was a different, I like this scene. He's like, no, 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 the order's not wrong. Just bring it over. It's a very clean, clear picture. I feel like some movies, I don't know, I feel kind of hazy sometimes. Like they're not buffering correctly, but the internet's otherwise fine, and it doesn't look good. This one it looks good. Doesn't look great. Like it's not like I don't think it's gonna win any cinematography awards, but it's clear and it's exactly what you needed to, and it could actually give the MCU a few pointers because it's like using the MCU. He's checking out to see how far he is. Okay, this gives me more context because then he says he was in. Oh, I was in L.A. I figured I'd come down here. I was in town. But he goes all the way from freaking Missouri, bro. That's one heck of a drive. But, I mean, it's pretty peaceful. Not much to look at, but peaceful. Oh, man, that's pretty. Now, that's a portrait for you. I think I have a portrait of, like, old gas station in some kind of road like that. Used to be my grandpa's. I love period pieces like this. I feel like I'm there. There's something not just about the set design, but about the way they captured it. More, I think, more so than if they had captured it like, say, Godfather. Actually helps you feel like you're there a little bit. Right, I think that's what I'm trying to say about the picture. Like, it feels like real life. It doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like I'm looking at this outside the window, A very clean window. Reminds me of Friends. Phoebe throws the change out the window and she's like, damn, that window's clean. I've seen this. This is the one that started it all. This clip right here of him showing up to McDonald's. And I hear In-N-Out is a lot like this now, like still today, because of this, because of how McDonald's used to be. Man, I want to try In-N-Out. I wonder if it was like that. Like I never even thought to like ask my grandparents or my parents. Like, I think my parents were pretty young at this point. I guess might have been old enough to remember. Like, what was it like? Because I didn't even know that it wasn't like this. Like that people were like, wait, what? I just grab it and go? Wait, what? But where's the... It just eat it out the wrapper? What? I love how they make it seem like it's like, Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. I'm like, it's McDonald's. But then again, people throw shade on McDonald's and Burger King like they aren't landmarks. Like, maybe some of the newer items are a little too, like, extra. But hey, I had a McDonald's triple cheeseburger the other day that was banging. Okay? Straight banging. Like, no joke. I don't know. I had, man, they redid the Whopper. That was pretty good too. I always felt like this lady with the kids, she's a pretty good actress. I've seen this clip several times, right? And it took me a minute to notice that she wasn't actually eating the burger. And right here, she's not actually eating the fry. That was crazy. I'm in Los Angeles business meetings. I love this actor too. I've seen him. I remember him most from. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff, but he's Drew Carey's big brother for me in the Drew Carey show. And this guy too, of course, from Parks and Rec, and Ron Swanson is his name. I think he played the president in Civil War too. He's a great guy. Like, he's a good actor, and I hear he's also a pretty great guy. And I love this. The whole, whatchamacallit, assembly line. And honestly, these really are the best burgers. No, not just fresh off the grill, still juicy. No cheese, no, not much of anything. Maybe just a few condiments and just, or nothing. Maybe some, I like onions. But honestly, I remember one time, one weekend with my cousins at up at our uncle's house in Lake City, Florida. He has a big property out there, and we just barbecued burgers all day, all day, all day. Like, some with cheese, some with no cheese, and honestly, the no cheese on just a bun killed it. Killed it. So the simplicity, I love it. Good talk. I feel like I've seen this movie already just because I've seen so many of these essential scenes. So just I like it. Good call, bro. My big bro, he knows what I like. Hey, what are you talking here, right? What are you doing here? You're really not my type. That's funny. I like that. I love the cars and I'm getting like butterflies. It really feels like you're in the 60s. World War II, right? Yeah. Yo, his wife looked so like. Do we have to take another picture? It's hot out here. I love how he doesn't let the brother talk. Tell him, Tank. Well, Yo, this story is crazy about the cutting the building in half. I'm like, what? Was it that much like wood or cuttable? Well, I guess it technically wasn't half. It's like take the top off, take the roof off, and maybe it'll fit. This is what I was talking about earlier about the crowd, the juvenile delinquents in blue jeans. He's like, tell me about that. Tell me more. Tell me more. I love the score. It's so homey. It feels like the Sims score, the Sims music slowed down. Like, very slow. I guess I just expressed why I like it so much. I love this. The McDonald's really changed the game. Like, just think, cut back. Like, what don't I need? That's the way you optimize your profits. That's the thing. So much so that get rid of whatever doesn't fit the process. You know, I love the assembly line. Jesus, you too. I've seen the tennis court scene too. It really is like a lot of the movie, like, and much of it like in a row too. Like it's not like the beginning chunk or maybe like parts of the later. But I love this that they. This is a very clever way to come up with ideas. This is what people always say about, write it down, sketch it out. Two brains, two heads are better than one. And honestly, if it was anything like this, props on the employees too for doing the crazy burger ballet and actually committing to the bit, like doing it, like practicing how you play. Not that it's that hard, right? Like you just said, it's a hamburger, guys. Stage left like it's theater. I love it. Those are finished burgers. I love the look. They all look like young old people. And it so explains why old people dress that way. Because that's how they dressed in their youth, I guess. We got to bring that back, Especially we got more options. We got t-shirts, graphic tees, and all kinds of, blue jeans. So we're all, whatchamacallit, hooligans in blue jeans. Symphony of motion. Not a waste of motion, symphony of whatever. I don't know. It's a symphony. It looks good. I like it. The multi-mixer. That guy looks like somebody That looks like my best friend's brother. So much so that I'm like, wait, was he an extra in this? Custom built the kitchen. A complete disaster. We're gonna get out of my car. Why? You're doing great. You're doing great. Just get out the car, walk up. Right. Imagine, bro. That explains. I didn't know as a kid that that's why you always had like gnats and stuff at like festivals or whatever. And it really, like, why? What a sweet kid. I love these cuts like this, these tropey quick cuts like this. And then another. I remember this from the video. And then another. Overnight sensation, 30 years in the making. I love that expression. Really goes to show, like, a lot of people that are overnight successes, they've been putting in the work for a minute. Now he can't sleep thinking about it. Okay, this is new to me. And just, he's like, this is a good idea. Man, this is giving me my grandparents' vibes. Like, just his clothes, la ropa de cama, the bed sheets and all that. Oh man, they got a nice car. That is a nice gold. It's just the color. I didn't notice it was their car. The color of it. That's too nice a car for you to do that, bro. Smudges. Who does that to another person's car, bro? The disrespect. Bro, yeah, keep smudging it. That tells you all the evil you need to know about this man. Not that I think he's entirely evil. I'm actually a little bit on his side, but still, bro, get your hands off the freshly waxed car. Sacramento was selling burritos. 50 mediocre ones. The golden. So it had nothing to do with the M? Huh. I thought it was because of the N for McDonald's, and it was just a separate concept. That's cool. And now he's driving out to Phoenix, bro? This guy is. Hey, he's motivated. That's one thing you can say for sure. That's how it used to be. Just, okay, exit to Phoenix. Phoenix this way. Right? Because there was no real highways back then. I think highways were being built in this era. Also has like a. Gives me like what a. The Cars location must have been like it before Cars, like the movie took place. Oh, he's seeing it. Oh, that's a good way to like. I like the direction there when they show you not just right here, like the look in people's faces, their expression as to what it is they're looking at, but also the reflection in the glass. And see, this is one thing where I'm a big fan of, or I'm not a fan of people saying that inaccuracy isn't engaging. Because technically, those lights would be off if it's not operated, if it's not in order, right? But they left it on, all the neon lights and stuff, for dramatic effect, and it fit, it made sense, it was engaging. I haven't seen this. This is new. Him in his house with his wife. Ooh, shake, shake, shake. Like that little nook for the fridge. Like forward. Yeah. The assembly line. At least over mine. Oh, because he's not there. All the Laura Dern. I love her. She feels so homey. In every era, she just gives, either big sister vibes, wifey vibes, mom vibes. She's just, you know. Honestly, just how calm and peaceful she is, especially after like, oh honey, I got this new idea. And she's like, huh, okay, sure, here we go. Pretty supportive. I love that this is all modern for them, but to me, it's like grandpa's house, your grandma's house, all this furniture. Not even like, I shouldn't even say like, that's not even so much even like my grandma and grandpa's. Our grandmas and grandpas, like, it's more like great. Like, specifically that furniture right there, that was like my bisabuela level, like great grandma. I love this. Is very fitting for the whole States of Cinema celebrating America 250 vibes. I love the architecture they're giving us, all the Americana and little Gothic, Victorian, all the different touches of architecture and styles that we've had here. And you can tell that he was in the South because it was some parts of it looked like the houses, the way that some of the houses are built, or what specific part of the South, like the ones that had Spanish or French colonizers, because you can see it a little bit in you know how some things are built. Ah, I haven't seen this one because I this is one of the ones where I was like, okay, enough YouTube. I'm gonna stop watching the clips. But I've seen it start. I'm like, stop, 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 stop. So shh, 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 shh. Do it for your country. Do it for America. Let's go. Do it for America. Oh, I didn't get that. He was specifically looking at churches. And flagpoles. Americans. He's a good salesman. I mean, I know this is a script, but still. I mean, technically, that's what a salesman's pitch is. You know, it's arches. Ha! He drove it home. That's how you drive it home. That's put a bow on it. Crosses, flags, arches. Nailed it. And his eyes are watery. He got him. See, because I know some of the bad rep the movie has, or that Ray Kroc has because of the movie. But part of what I know is that they actually came out with millions of dollars out of this deal, if not billions. Even though the contract was at first very strict. And I'm sure, I don't know, I'm thinking there was probably some out of court settlement where they got an even bigger chunk out of it later. Not just the original deal. I don't know, that's just me, I don't know. I didn't see that part where they actually signed the contract. I've seen parts of this where he pitches the banks. My Little Way. Dang. Right off the bat, taking credit for stuff. Fold a nook. That's what his wife was talking about, I think. Murphy bed for your kitchen. Fold a nook. The paper cup guy. Well, the paper cups took off. I'm surprised he didn't do well with that, if that's what he's implying. Mortgaging your house. Because that way wifey doesn't find out. Be right. That's a nice coat. I can tell the quality of it just by looking at the picture. That's a... Bendito, I really feel for him. I wonder how much they're humanizing him. I wonder how much he really was like some like crooked businessman or whatever, and how much he was just like, be right just one time. My my dad wears shirts like this. I feel like my dad's worn this outfit. It's like the traditional dad outfit for vacation, I feel like. He's got a point. Gotta be, make sure you ain't got design flaws. It's hard not to see it both ways as it's happening in the movie. My thing about the hanging up on him is that technically Dick hung on him first. I mean, Dick was in the middle of running his business, but still. I think I've seen this scene too. An intriguing notion indeed. And it's crazy. I wonder if McDonald's really came up with that. I've seen that in a lot of places, especially mom and pop shops. They have their sponsor, and they only sell their sponsors soft drinks and stuff like that. Commercialism is not McDonald's. It's interesting. Dang. The Plain, Illinois, this is his location. $400. That one's too pink. Did he say Fred Turner? Okay. I thought he said Ted Turner. I'm like, wait, is that how Ted Turner got started? Flipping burgers at Mickey D's? I vaguely remember the funky Comic Sans looking font. Vaguely. Social clubs. People do this, and they still do this. And she's rolling her eyes. Milkshakes and Foldenooks. Damn. Man, he's being supportive, even though her gut was to not be supportive. Aww. That little boost of confidence, man. So this is where he got those guys. I see him. I see them in a later clip when he crashes out on them, and now she's like, "Honey, I'm all about being supportive, but I want you here. Come here." Hey, I recognize that guy. He's done a ton of stuff since I guess this. Ah. How's he gonna maintain? Oh, let's see. Schaumburg, Illinois. El Guerrero. Corn on the cob, fried chicken, dinner with a biscuit. And that's the kind of that does happen in a lot of places. But you know where I've never seen it happen? McDonald's. And there's a jukebox too, I guess. Get this part is new to me. This is where he put lettuce on the burger. And that was the last straw. Never mind the trash, the jukebox. It was the lettuce on the burger. This is what I've seen. The crash out. Lettuce. What's this, bro? He's a pain, and then he feels like the McDonald's are a pain. The idle rich. I like this existentialist speech right here. As opposed to what she's wearing, she's got a nice dress on. Maybe not as nice. The riffraff, the kids smoking cigarettes and stuff. Or I should say the teens. The cigarette machines. And I think this is about to lead to a clip I have seen where he's looking for franchisees. Yeah, I like this part, but I didn't finish it. I like this character, just I like his voice. What's a Jew doing selling Catholic Bibles? I like this part. The pride of your family's home library. He's like, dang, this is a good salesman. I just got that. That's why he connects. He's like, he's making a good pitch. He connects with them as a salesman. What's blood? Yeah. What's a Jew doing Catholic Bibles? Making a living, man. Oh, I believe in you. Okay, another town in Illinois. Another grand opening. Oh, that's his spot. Okay. No salt for 30 seconds. I'm Speedy. Her name is Ethel. It reminds me also of Friends. Phoebe saying, "Why? Why would somebody name their baby?" Oh no, she says Bethel. Far better. So salty. I guess because he wants people that are like, "What you over my?" He's like, Oh, now he's making bigger pitches. Ah, 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 ah. Ah, ah. He's looking for people that are... Wait, was that the Freemasons? Or the Moose Lodge or whatever? Chutzpah. American dream. Just like this great nation of ours. Whatever that word was. Madison, Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Decatur. That one had cheese. That one was a cheeseburger. I guess the wrapper determines whether it's cheeseburger or hamburger. His Displains store. Displains store. What are we then? Is that Fred? He took him with him? Minnesota is McDonald's country. I. That's cool. This is cool. I recognize the franchisee for that location. I don't remember where I've seen him. Man. That's gay. Hey! That's why I recognized the restaurant. I was like, he took his associate because he knows how to flip a burger. I didn't realize he was mesmerized by her when he first saw her. I love this is I believe it's Linda Cardellini. Such a lovely lady. I love her laugh lines. I love her as Clint Martin's wife in the MCU. She has such an easygoing voice and just so lovely. She looks great as a blonde. St. Paul. Mm, 1954. It's a far less great story than what the McDonald's brothers said. And in the red dress, too. Yeah. That's why he's staring, because he sold pianos for a while, sure. Uh, what are you doing, guy? Sorry. French fries. Triumphant. Pope Raymond the First. Right, because he was saying the churches and got to him right. The Pope, the Burger Pope. Man, that truck is like really old for that time, I think. Still looks good. He's nervous. Uh, they wrote McDonald's #1 on their menu. That's funny. Damn, I forgot about him not telling her. I just figured it wasn't a problem. Because by this point, he had made enough capital that. I like the bass on that. I expected something more epic. I expected him to walk in with all the money or whatever. You want your money? Here's your money. A real Whopper. McDonald's. Oh, I think this is where I remember the restaurant from. This is the milkshake. I just want to say it technically is real milk. Maybe not real ice cream, but real milk. I'll bite. Thickening agents and emulsifiers. The water doesn't look very cold, but I guess it is. Or I guess it's like, I guess you can't have it too cold because, I don't. Oh, right. I was going to say condensation or something, but if the room's already cold, then. It's very kind look. She left her lipstick on the. Ray. Say, is it no milk? It does have milk. Frozen French fries. Oh, this is how they meet. I've seen the clip where he gives him the idea about the real estate thing, but I've never seen how they cross paths. Oh, I like his tie. It's like almost wool. Oh, his suit is nice. Yeah, one of those old timey desks, and it looks brand new. It's in his own office. Albatross. This is the big hamburger business. You're in the real estate biz. Money before anything. Before they even build anything, you already have money from rent. Genius. So, what do you say, Ray? Effectively would be taken out of their own business. Ooh, that's a nice transition. Wow, this is actual footage from. That's crazy. Franchise Realty. And the colors. Hey, Scranton! I know they put Scranton on the map just because of BJ Novak. Nice. Orlando, Florida. The closest thing to home. And I love the golden arches right with the American flag. Let's go, States of Cinema. I didn't think this movie would fit the theme so flawlessly. Oh, this is how he did it. That's tricky. I'm very interested to know the specifics. If anybody knows, let me know of how you could like get the land rights up from under someone else like that. Ready with these? Right. I thought it over. Approved. Ah, that's crazy. That it's like a knockoff of the real one. Because I've seen that picture. What is this? This is so not right. You're both married. What do you? These kinds of make me uncomfortable. Gag. She's such a lovely lady. She gives very that song. Jesse's girl's got it going on. She's all I want. No, I'm mixing up songs, lyrics with another melody. That's Stacy's mom. Jesse's girl. Jesse's girl. And just a girl's just she's lovely in so many ways, both personality and she's pretty and she just makes you feel all good inside and but she's taken so you're like Gah. She knows. Well, I think I've seen this part too. It is Fred in that. At the earliest. Everyone but you. Nah. Endless parade of no's. Yokels. They're made to be broken. So he's like hearts. Just breaking hearts. Made to be broken. He just came out and said it. She's probably wanted a divorce for years. Wow, he is. And that's where he smiles. Nope, that's all mine. Oh gosh, you. Diantre. She's been pretty supportive. I wonder why he's all of a sudden. Maybe there's something they're not telling us, but ah, McDonald's Corporation. They're good actors. Great cast. Business is war. That's what it is. That's the bad rep that capitalism gets because of people like that. If my competitor were drowning, I'd shove a hose in his mouth. I've always been a fan of capitalism because I understand it. It's not about hoarding money. It's about take capital, you invest capital, and then you invest that capital, and then whatever capital is made, you reinvest it, and that's why it makes it capital. Otherwise, it's just money. Oh no, I didn't see this in the. Bendito. Okay, he's okay. Don't know that word. I'll set it right here. That's okay. I think you'd be happy. It's probably a check or something. Oh, what are you buying? Man. Cold move. It's like cold, but also warm, because he could have been a complete jerk. Yeah, but he got him flowers. Showed up in person. And it's a nice, hey, a blank check. It's like, I'm guessing this is what I was talking about. They probably got a little bit more, especially if they had like a handshake deal about 1% and a bunch of places that's legally binding, especially in a room full of lawyers. So yeah, they got way more than just $3 million or whatever it was, $2 million. And look at him, and he's looking at him like, wow. So you really did completely rip us off. $1,300,000 or 1,350,000. Okay, so this is what happens right after that deal. I've seen parts of this clip. Wow, so I watched a lot of the movie through YouTube and never even realized it. This bathroom is so old. I love how it's 70s now. You can kind of tell by Dick's outfit. It's the name. Sounds like America. Crocs. Hey, Croc works, but as like a shoe, not a burger place. A guy named McDonald's is not gonna get pushed around. Ah, so 1.35. He got him there. He's like, a guy named McDonald's not gonna get pushed around. Oh, you're pushing us around, dude. I just paid you over $1 million, which is again apparently, according to today's like adjusted for inflation, like over, I don't know how much, over $10 million, plus the 1% in perpetuity if in fact that did happen. Oh, that's what he meant. But you sure? And I go, yeah, you still have the location, like you want it, but you can't call it McDonald's. McDonald's. 15-cent hamburgers. And then they can kind of like his. Persistence, that audio that he was listening to. Coming soon to San Bernardino. Bernardino. Right across the street, Seguilla. We have been here 23 years. The 100th location is right across the street. We have been here for 23 years. Ray Kroc, founder. And it's a giant M. Beverly Hills, California, 1970. Only in America. Sounds like something. Oh yeah, because I think he was. Tom King was already a thing then. I think. Only in America. Is that her? She ended up with. I guess that's the whole thing about persistence. Took another man's wife. But I mean, I guess it's her choice. Not only does it say something not nice about him, but it's also, I mean. Wow. I guess that is where it started, like, for him, you know, but. And I like that, like. They gave him a nice little humanization, you know, or at least Keaton did. Gave him a nice little, like, slight regret. But then the sinister music. Is this real? Part owner of the McDonald's Corporation, La Secretaria. She was the first woman allowed to trade on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Okay. That was the real her. Fred Turner eventually succeeded Ray Kroc as senior chairman. Turner expanded the McDonald's operation to more than 100 countries. Dang, that's like the whole world, bro. Was the first president and CEO of the McDonald's Corporation, Henry Sonneborn. I thought it was Sonneborn. He resigned in 1967 due to a dispute with Ray Kroc. Mira como lo mira. He never publicly spoke about McDonald's again. And until his death in 1984. He was already pretty old. The Salvation Army. And hundreds of millions to NPR. Wow. The largest real estate holders in the world, yeah. And that picture, he really looks like the actor, Michael Keaton, yeah. The big M. You're worth over 100, so I guess they didn't get there? I had a feeling that might have been. Added ice cream, eventually. So they didn't get the one. That's why he could see it in his eyes. Like, this is, so you really are ripping us off of this 1%. No, but man, if this is as late as recent as 2016, they may not have, or maybe it's not disclosed. A lot of these things are not. These settlements and stuff are not disclosed. Oh, Weinstein before the Me Too got him put in jail. Man, that was a shocker. I had no idea about any other producers taking advantage of people But it shook me because I've seen a lot of like Weinstein Company movies and like Miramax were some of my favorites. So I was like, what does that say about me? Nothing. You know, you don't know. Some people just abuse their power. It's not like, you know, liking a movie because the producer was a... Anyway. Nick Offerman. I think I got his name wrong when I said it earlier. It is Linda Cardellini. She's so linda. I haven't been linda. But, oh, Patrick Wilson was her character's ex-husband. Wow. What a great entry. I love the Americana vibes, the tones, the set design, all the cars in particular. The clothing was spectacular. And really what it says about the things that we value both in, you know, both sides, you know, whatever you think is good and whatever you think is bad, you know, it's very diverse. You know, I love how it transcends what I'm trying to accomplish with this whole theme of states of cinema, because it shows so many different parts of America. You have the corporate hungry, you know, there's a term for it, you know, just a corporate greed versus wholesome family values and mom and pop shop trying to build something, and these things clash, and it just, you know, it's unfortunate. And what to me makes it most unfortunate is that we can't seem to have these two coexist, and maybe because of our humanity or human condition they can't, but I don't know, I see it as it can, you know. And I feel like other companies have shown that, where you can franchise it and still have it be something where it feels tight-knit and wholesome and together without feeling like it's like this big corporate monster. Because McDonald's does feel very but then you look at the fine print as to what it takes to run, and, you know, hey, you gotta pay your rent whether you sell burgers or not, you know. And I just feel like capitalism works so much better if we didn't lose our humanity just to gain more capital or more money. And it stops being capitalism when you just hoard it to yourself. The whole point of it, right, is to invest and reinvest. And, okay, I make money off of this, so now I'm going to take a little extra that I'm making out of that and put it in here, and then when I make a little extra out of this, I'm gonna put it in here. But a lot of people just want to like hoard and exploit, and I feel like when you do that, it turns a lot into fascism. I'm not an economist. I'm just rambling at this point. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Great movie, The Founder. Stay tuned for lots more. Next up, we got American History X. That might be a tough watch. I remember part of that movie because I've seen about half of it, or maybe the first 1/3 of it, and just that alone is a lot like, that's tough to watch. Actually, no, yeah, that's next, and then Birth of a Nation soon after that. All right, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Let's get it, Freckle Crew. Actually, before I go, just a quick reminder to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Now, let's get it.
Filled with Mr. Freckles. 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 Filled with Mr. Freckles.